Hi everyone, welcome and thanks for joining me. Are you like me and get really frustrated with how time consuming it can be to make greeting cards? Well, I have found a simple way to make pretty cards that are quick and easy. This is a great way to make a quick card for a friend or mass produce them to sell at your craft fair. All you need is a card base, paper images that you can find online, some solid cardstock, and you don't even need to measure. I know these might sound really plain, but many of my craft fair shoppers let me know how much they enjoy the simplicity of my cards. So let me show you these that I've already made, and then I'll show you how to make them. Here are the ones that I made. Now they look really simple, but people do really like these. I have some that I've made that have forest animals like raccoons and squirrels and bears and things like that. But these I leave them blank and I don't put anything inside, just a mat that I put inside. And put my sticker on the back that says that they're handmade, and that's it. So here are the images that I purchased online, and these are like cardstock. If they were papers, that would be fine too, more like a thin paper. But I'll try to find where I found these online. I know a lot of people aren't going to be into horses, but I live in Kentucky and this is horse country, so people love horses here. So that's why I'm making these for my craft fair. I've already cut some card bases. I don't use a typical card base size. I'm going to show you how I make my card base real quick, and then for those of you who are interested, and let you know what size those are, and then we'll get started. Okay, so the way I make my card bases is I take a 12 by 12 piece of white cardstock. I do score it halfway at 6 inches. I fold it in half, and then I turn it this way, and I cut it. I cut it evenly. Oh, all right. I didn't do that very well. Let me do another one. I think I scored it at the wrong place. All right. So we're going to do 6 inches. It should be 6 inches, unless the card stock is not measured properly. All right, so we're just going to fold it over. Yeah, that's the problem. The cardstock isn't exactly, so that's okay. We're going to be cutting this part off anyway. So we're just going to turn it this way and cut it at 6 inches, so it's evenly in half. And then I take the right side of the card and I cut my card base at 4.5. I have always used these measurements. They are not a typical measurement, like I said, that most crafters use. But this is what I use, and it works for me. And then if I'm, and then I can use these scraps to make sentiments. Just stamp them and use them on cards for sentiments. So those do not go to waste. All right. So now we have our card base. We have our image. Like I said, we're not going to be measuring, so I just like to put it on my card base and see how the image fits on the front of the card base. And if it looks like it has enough space for the mat that we're going to put behind it, if it does or if it doesn't. I have bought images in the past where I had to trim them. This one I am going to trim a little off the bottom just to give a little more space for that background color to come through. So I'm just going to trim a little bit off of the bottom. I'm not going to measure it, just a tad. Just a tiny piece, see? Okay. So that looks a little better. It is wider on the sides, and that's okay. I actually like the way that looks. So what I like to do when I have these images, I just get a solid paper pad with different colors, and I hold my image like right here, and then I flip through to see what color is gonna look best in this image. And I feel like I'd like to have maybe a warm color or something green. Even this one would look good. You would never think that this image would look good with that color, but I think it would look great. I think because of that color is in the trees there. So I think maybe I might use that color. Even this one would go. This brown would look good. This one's hard. It's hard to decide. But anyway, that's how I choose my colors for the images. It just really helps me pick what looks best. So I think I'm going to use this blue. Oh, excuse me. I hit my camera. Alright, so let me put that away. And this is how I'm going to put my image onto the paper just like this. So I remembered that I want it to be a little wider on the edges and just a little bit peeking, maybe about 1/8 of an inch peeking out from this side, but more of like 1/4 of an inch on the right and the left. So all I'm going to do is glue it on and then eyeball where I'm going to cut it. You'll see. These are so easy to make. I was actually making these for my craft fair, and I thought, why not just make a quick video to show you guys how I make these. Okay. Make sure I'm in frame here. Okay, so all I'm going to do is just kind of guess where this is going to go. And you can always trim it. You always trim it later. But this is such an easy way. You know, making greeting cards can be really complicated. It is for me anyway. I just feel like there's just so much involved in making really intricate greeting cards. And they can be beautiful. But sometimes I just want something quick and easy. And this is perfect for that. Alright, so I'm just going to guess here. That turned out pretty good. It's never perfect. Maybe every now and then, but that looks pretty good. So now I'm just going to, I hope I'm in frame here. My cards are falling. Just gonna eyeball it here. You can measure if you want to. If it works better for you, then you should definitely do that. But I just don't want to. And it works fine most of the time. Alright, so now I'm going to compare that to the front of my card base. See what it looks like. It is a little big on the top and the bottom. So I'm going to trim a little bit of that off and glue it on. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I like the way that looks. Let's see. I just try to get an idea of how much space I have at the top and the bottom, and I just remember. So when I place it on the card base, I already have an idea of how much white is peeking through. That's my that's the way I center my the fronts of my cards. Most of the time it works pretty good, but I'm having trouble with my tape runner today. It's getting stopped up, so that's why I'm struggling. If you're wondering why I'm struggling, that's why. Okay, so I'm going to have to pull this a little closer to me so that I can try to not get it crooked. Just going to line it up, leave a tiny space at the bottom, and then wider spaces on the edge, and it should work out just fine. And that's it. There you have a blank greeting card. Now, I will go back and I will add a white matte and a heavier cardstock on the inside. And that's just to balance out the weight from the front of the card. Oh, I got glue on this one. It balances out the weight of the card because I'm using a like a 65-pound cardstock for the base. The image is a little heavy. Plus we've got it on this mat, so it makes the front of the card a little heavy. So I like to take like an 80-pound cardstock in white and put it on the inside, and it just balances out the card and just makes it feel better. So that's it. That's the way I make these quick and easy cards for my craft fair. I'll try to link the images that I'm using down below in the description. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but if you have any questions, let me know. This is so simple. And I'll be selling these at my spring craft fair in April. And I sell these for $5, just like I do my other greeting cards. And they do pretty well. So, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope to see you in the next one.